Alright, real quick, just before this video starts, I'm tired, my eyes burn, I want to go to sleep. But there are two main parties in this video. So I'm literally just gonna call them A and B. But I don't want to disclose their names. I'm also gonna blur out the class for more privacy. Yo, I wanted to make this video. Actually, I wanted to make this video this morning when I went to the gym. So I guess first morning back in the gym. Today is Thursday, November the 20th, I think. Yes, November the 20th. I went to the gym this morning. It was very cold. I wanted to say that I'm starting to internalize more that failure is. Ooh, am I perfectly white? Is my background perfectly white? Okay, that's lit though. Still, anyway, I'm starting to internalize more that perfect failure is part of the process. And it's a good part of the process actually. So this morning when I went to the gym, it was very cold because it's winter, right? And I had my shorts, I had the shirt that Net gave me from Zara that I used to work out that looks good on me. Shout out to Net. And I had the athletic coat that I bought from Shopee, the cheap one for like 100 and something. Not the best quality, not very good, and I think it's too small as well. So I think I need to get a bigger one. So two things I thought to myself, I was like, while I was riding there, I was like, yo, it's fucking cold, bruh. I was like, bro, I need to wear long pants. So I was thinking to myself, damn, I should have worn long pants while I was riding there. And I had just woken up too, you know. I only had 5 hours of sleep, right? Because last night I went to sleep at like 12 something, right? So I had five on a couple of minutes. I was like, bro, I should have worn long pants. I should have thought of that. I should have thought of this the night before. I should have thought of it this morning. I should have worn long pants. And I was thinking, wait, if I did not get to this point, I would not have wanted to wear long pants. And this is what learning is. It's a change of behavior in the same circumstance. So I'm like, I guess now I'm starting to talk like Alex. That's crazy. But yeah, I was like, yeah, if I didn't get hair, I wouldn't want to put it on so bad at least. So I was like, this is actually part of the process. And if I'm expecting to get successful through a lot of hard work, I have to go through a lot of this. And the other thing was the jacket was too small. The athletic coat, it's a tad bit. I think it's a size too small. So if I got a large, I guess I should check on Shopee, see if I got a large, and then I should order an extra large or whatever. But it's too small. And I was thinking to myself, I should have taken a larger size. I should have taken something so that when I try it on, it's going to be maybe too big, but not too small, you know? And I was like, I should have got a bigger size. And I was like, but I already know that I should have gone a bigger size now that I have a size that's too small. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a mistake. Before, I would consider everything that's not the goal a mistake. Everything that I don't want to go through a mistake, you know, and that I could have avoided if I calculated enough. But I'm starting to realize, at least I'm also starting to hear, maybe this is just a functional truth, that, yeah, that shit is just kind of part of the learning process, and I shouldn't avoid it. So, kind of has a vibe. So I wanted to say that. Another thing that actually just kind of happened. I've just been feeling bad because of my relationship with it's not anything crazy that happened, but right now so I just saw her in class a while ago. I just came from, you know, she passed by, I said hi, whatever. Passed by, you know, said hi, you know. I kind of had the feeling that, you know, they already know I don't really want to talk. I don't really want to have a relationship with them, but I'm trying to be polite. That's what it feels like they think about me. But it's like, it's kind of true, but it's not the full story, you know? So it's like, I can't really blame them for it. And I would love to be nice to them, but I keep thinking to myself about the life that I had before. And I know I have a tendency to people please. So I'm like, if I try to be nice to them, the probability of me people pleasing again is quite high. So I would rather just stay away from it. And that's a choice I made. That's a call that I made. That's what I've been doing. I'm responsible for it. It is my fault, right? Everything is my fault. Technically, that's an Andrew Tate reference. But yeah, it is my doing. And I am practicing standing by my actions now. Like, I did it in the past. Yes, it was me. I was fully conscious. It was Darwin who did it. I wasn't drunk. I don't drink. It was me. And yeah, so it just fucking sucks, bro. Because deep down, I want to tell her like I like her, but I just realized that like she's quite enthusiastic about her spirituality. So that I think the alignment of our goals are misaligned, or we're at different points in our lives. So I don't think it would be a good idea if we get together. I actually want to tell her that, but I just think off the bat maybe it's a bit too much. And if I start getting close to her just to tell her that, I think like that's weird. But maybe I feel like that's weird. Maybe I should still do it, but I think I'm just kind of throwing out that maybe just because other people might listen to this. So deep down, I guess I'm just like, nah, that's not the top G thing to do,
The video can hear you.
Yeah, just make a decision and stick with it. And if they don't understand, yeah. It also kind of sucks. It's a weird little feeling, thought/feeling I had is that, I've been listening to different people, different perspectives, getting my functional truths and stuff. Apparently, one of Andrew's own is certain things are masculine, certain things are feminine. So just today, slight tangent. Let me just mention. Okay, what was I gonna mention? Okay, so the thought/feeling is that since I'm a man, I just shouldn't concern myself with how I'd feel if I try to pursue a friend. That's the thought/feeling that kind of been fucking with my mind a little bit. But yeah, quick tangent. Before I come back to that, this morning I was listening to, for my discipline video, listening to this interview with Andrew and this lady, I don't know her name, but cool lady. I think it's one of the popular interviews, the more popular ones. And he said, trying to say things in a nice way is very feminine, it's not very masculine. I think she had asked him, why does he say things so obnoxiously? Or no, why does he say things the way he does? And then she said, some things he says obnoxiously. And then he said, yeah, it's kind of it's a very masculine thing to just say what you think. If you get offended, okay, but say what you think. That granted that he doesn't, actually try to harm people, although he is aware that the way he speaks is a bit provocative. Yeah, he said that, and he was like, yeah, that's a very feminine trait, trying to make everybody like you. It's more feminine to be like, oh, well, I think this, but a man would just, just say what he wants. I try not to just take shit how it comes, I kind of listen to it, see where he's coming from, maybe apply the parts that I want, leave the parts that I don't. And I was just thinking to myself, I do that a lot. I care what people think a lot, and I deliberately do it, and I have no problem with it because I know what it feels like to not be cared about, right? But that being a problem for me, being too nice. Listening to that solution, that operational truth, that functional truth, I was like, Yeah, so this morning when I was walking out on the breaks, passing people by, I greeted them maybe too much. I thought I greeted them too much because of my tendencies. But I also look them dead in the eye. Sometimes I look straight past them, and I was like, sometimes I was serious. And I was like, yeah, this is a masculine thing to do. So, yeah, and I'm just back to the main point. I was actually thinking like, okay, well, if I can't slide on, could be spiritual. Hard as fuck. I was listening to this talk yesterday between Louis House and Vivian. 2 or something. It was a money video, and she had said, actually, Lewis had mentioned to her, he had heard that most men don't approach girls that are very, very attractive or rich because of they're intimidated or whatever. It was along those lines. He asked her, and she said the reason is because they're intimidated, whatever. Vivian also said her friend, she has a 10. One of her friends is a 10, beautiful personality, but nobody talks to her in the club. She's always in the corner, and it's because, I guess that's what she thinks, it's because most people think like she's out of her league, so she will reject them off the bat, and blah blah blah. So they tend to talk to the girls who are not as bad. You feel me? The ones that are in their league, and they say, okay, this is manageable. Let me try it. If you feel me. So I was like, yeah, I felt this way too. To be honest, I do not approach 10s. Like I approach 10s, but with the intention like it's already gonna fail. So I'm the most chill when I talk to 10s. It's funny. Yeah, but if you're more in my league, then I kind of get more nervous. It's actually weird. Yeah, because I'm like, I know I can't fuck this up. I know I can get you. So on the flip side, I can't fuck this up. But if it's a 10, I can't get you either way, so I'm chilling. Yeah, but when he said that, I realized I have that mentality, and I used it for, yeah. Plus the fact that, my boy had tried to holler at her, like, before, so, yeah. But yeah, so I was like, I mean, damn, they really not getting action? That's crazy. I'm not gonna be the one to, you feel me? Like, I want you, girl. Like, damn, y'all not getting action? I'm gonna help you out. Type shit. So, it's really fucking bad, bro. So I had the class and I was like, damn. I should say something. Okay, good. Yeah, I should say something. So I was just kind of considering it. But I was like, I don't feel good about that, bro. And I was like, that's a man, bro. It's not very masculine to worry about shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? At least that's what Andrew says. It's not actually how I think, but I was just thinking about his functional truth in that situation, and that's what meds in me right now. I was like, fuck. Yeah, plus the fact that the way we interacted today was kind of fucking hated, bro. But it feels like, for me, it feels like I keep like pulling and pushing, so I don't want to, it's like I don't want to keep making them feel like I'm, playing with their feelings or something. Like, I don't like feeling like this, bro. At the same time, I don't want to be too nice. I don't want to cut them off either. So, fuck it. I would love to speak my mind, tell out how I feel. Although it might come off as, a bit much. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I guess I just realized she's been a little more distant with me. Reasonably so. So, yeah. And the fact that I'm even feeling all this right now, if I apply Andrew's functional truth to all of this, then I'm being a bit feminine, which is not particularly helpful, I guess, according to his philosophy. Yeah, so then I shouldn't, which is a solution to the problem, or at least, yeah, it's a solution to the problem. There's many solutions in life, so. But yeah, that's how I feel. Just wanted to update that real quick. Yeah, I went to the gym today. Did my little lineup last night. It's not, it's not 10 out of 10. But I mean, it's some.